Hey folks, Todd here. Today we're going to install the RealTruck FlushFit Retractable truck bed cover on this 2025 Ram 1500. One thing I do want to point out is this particular truck has the multifunction tailgate, and we also removed the front brackets at the front of the bed so that we could do the installation. We do not recommend that you do that. We're doing this just for demonstrational purposes only. The tools I'll be using for this installation are a ratchet with 10mm socket, T20 and T30 Torx bits, a torque wrench, tape measure, and scissors. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, starting off, this is the driver's side rail. If you flip it over, there's going to be a cut out towards the canister side. I've also got the canister opened up. What we're going to do is we're going to turn this upside down. In this channel right here, we're going to take 3 of our T-nuts that are aluminum T-nuts. We're going to slide them into the end of the rail and then just kind of space them on this side of the rail. Then we're going to take this channel, flip it back over, and then line it up to these 3 right here, and then slide it in place where the channel ends up over top of this, where we're going to slide another T-nut that lands over top of this, and then thread one of our Torx bolts up through there, and then tighten it down with a T30. And this bolt we're only tightening to 3.5 foot-pounds. Make sure you repeat the same step on the other side. It's a good idea to use the included boxes while you're doing that to support the other end of the rail. Okay, now on the canister side of the rail, what we're going to do is take our front corner caps, go ahead and place our adhesive foam on top of the corner caps, line up the holes in the corner caps to the holes in the rail, and use the included self-tapping screws with a T20 Torx bit to drive those down. We're only putting that to 1.75 foot-pounds. Repeat the same on the opposite side. Next, we're going to find our tailgate rail in our kit. We're going to unlock the cover with the included keys. Should be attached to the strap. Now we're going to go to the canister itself and start rolling the cover out of the canister, line it up into the tracks, and bring it all the way out to the end where it extends past the end of the tracks. All right, once we've extended it past the end of the track, what we're going to do is slide the tail rail cover onto here. We're going to turn it at about a 35-degree angle so it can slide in a little easier. All right, next what we're going to do is install our tailgate side end caps on each one of our rails. They're going to look just like this. They're a mirror image of each other. We've already got the seal installed in place and got the top portion torn out. We've got 3 holes there and then 2 square holes here. The square holes are for this portion of the seal. It's going to line up. This is going to overhang one side. And so as you pull these through, it's going to snap into place. And then you want to make sure that everything is nice and sealed along the inside there. If it's bubbled out, you want to work it into place to where it's nice and flat. Next, what we're going to do is take our 3 Torx screws that are self-tapping that come in our kit. And with a T20, we're going to go ahead and tighten these down again to 1.75 foot-pounds. We're going to line these 3 up to these 3 holes right here, and then snug them up. All right, repeat the same on the opposite side. All right, next in our kit, we're going to have a couple of seals we're going to look for. We've got one that's a shorter seal and one that's a longer seal. The shorter seal is what we're going to do first. We're going to attach it to the side rail, make sure it goes all the way to the end of the rail up towards the top. We want to make sure it's about 1/8 of an inch below this top cap here. And we're going to adhere it to the side. Make sure you don't stretch it as you install it. All right, now we're going to go ahead and run our bulkhead seal on the bottom side of the canister where it attaches to the bulkhead. So it's going to go all the way from one edge, all the way to the other. We're going to butt it right up to the end of this seal. All right, now on the end cap, we're going to assign a seal right up here. It's going to go all the way to the edge of this seal and then cover up that end cap. Next, we're going to run a piece of seal right underneath the bottom of this ledge on the canister. It's going to be about 8 inches long. All right, now go ahead and repeat the same process for the side seals on the opposite side. Now we're inside the bed of the truck. We're going to need to remove our cargo management rail. Now that comes out with a 10 millimeter. We're going to take out the 8 bolts, hold this in place, and we're going to reuse those bolts to put on our brackets. Now, if you do not have the cargo management system, you may just have open holes. In your kit, you're going to have some nut certs to insert into this and expand them out. Whenever you're putting the hardware back up in there, if you are using M8 hardware, you'll be tightening all that down to 18.5 foot-pounds. We are going to be using the factory hardware, which is M6 hardware, and that goes to 7.5 foot-pounds. So let's go ahead and move all this stuff off, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the brackets. Okay, next we're going to talk about the brackets. We got the rear bracket, which is longer than the front bracket. Now these are site specific and they are mirror images of the opposite side. So you're going to see we got a little bit of a bump out. That's going to go towards our wheel well. On the short bracket, what we're going to have is 2 holes here and just 1 hole over here. And then this bump up is going to go towards the wheel well. But what we're going to do is line these up to the factory holes and then use the factory hardware to go back through. And again, because this is 6 millimeter hardware, M6, we're going to tighten these down to 7.5 foot-pounds, which is 90 inch-pounds. All right, repeat the same process on the opposite side. Now I had a friend help me to lift this up and set it into the bed of the truck. Now I've just gotten it centered. We've got it all the way up against the bulkhead. It's helpful to kind of lift up a little bit, push it up against the bulkhead, and then let it sag into place. Then you're going to need to tuck all of your seal down in between the rail and the bed cap. Next, what we're going to do is line up our T-nuts on the bottom of the rail that we inserted at the very beginning to the holes in the brackets. And then we're going to use the Torx bolts in our kit to go up underneath and get those started, but just snug for right now. We still want to be able to adjust everything. Next, we're going to go ahead and measure the distance between the rails at the canister and measure the distance between the rails at the tailgate. We're going to want to make sure those are adjusted to where they're equal. Once they're equal, we're going to go ahead and roll the cover back to the tailgate to make sure everything rolls properly. Now we're going to go ahead and measure corner to corner to make sure everything is nice and square and make any necessary adjustments. And then we can go ahead and tighten down our hardware to 7.5 foot-pounds, which is 90 inch-pounds. Okay, next what we're going to do is install our rear drain tubes. Now, if you look at the bottom of the rail, you're going to have a small hole that's right back here. This is your drain cup. You're going to have a small washer that goes onto the drain cup. You're going to snap that right up into place. Once that's in place, then we'll also go ahead and grab our drain tube. Now we're going to route one end of the drain tube out this hole right here. You can alternatively route it down this way, but we're going to go ahead and route this one out here and then push it up onto the barb fitting on the drain spout. Now we've also got some adhesive pads with zip ties if we want to set that in place. What I recommend to do if you're going to use the adhesive pads is first wipe down the surface that you're going to be adhering it to with some rubbing alcohol. So we got some 91% isopropyl. That removes any kind of residues that might be there. Once that dries, what I like to do is go ahead and run my zip tie through the pad protector, then set it in place, bear it down nice and tight. You have a few zip ties in your kit to set it up in whatever way you want to do it. Repeat the same process on the opposite side. Okay, next what we're going to do is attach our front drain tube to our drain spout right here. Now this is what the drain cup is going to look like. It does have an arrow on it, it points front, so that's going to be pointing towards the bulkhead. Before I like to put that in there, first I'll take the drain tube itself. This has already got a little bit of a curl to it, or curve, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to face it towards this opening right here. Go ahead and slide the drain tube up into the drain spout. We're going to take a zip tie, wrap that around, get that about midway down there, and tighten it up. All right, next we're going to go ahead and cut off the excess of the zip tie. I like to go ahead and route the drain tube out the hole first. And then what we can do is loop this edge over top and then grab the tab in the back and kind of stretch it over. Repeat the same process on the opposite side. Okay, next what we're going to do is attach this seal into this channel right here. So you'll notice it's got a little bit of spiked into it, a little bit of barb. That way it's going to drive it in there and stay. So what I've done is I already went ahead and took a little bit of soapy water and I sprayed it along the edge of this seal. Not too much, just a little bit to get it lubricated. And we're going to set it in place. We're going to get that wedge down in there. Then bear it down. And then just work it all the way up to the front. Now, if you have a roller tool, that'll help to get this in a little bit easier. But we're just going to use our thumbs. All right, repeat the same process on the opposite side. Well, that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts, visit us online, or check out our list of dealers near you.